my name is Austin Haney. This is my video for the National Academy of Future Physicians and Medical Scientists Scholarship Challenge. My project is the theoretical use of an artificial womb to prevent birth defects. My idea was inspired by Dr. Kopecky's words in February's Congress for Future Medical Leaders about his advances in the genetic field. Once I heard him say that his team successfully replaced, removed, or stopped certain genes, I came up with the idea of using an artificial womb to prevent genetic birth disorders. At first, I thought that this process could only be used to prevent only genetic birth disorders. However, as I did further research, I found that this process could also be used to prevent non-genetical birth disorders, such as heart disease, while at the same time also being able to use to prevent genetical disorders such as cleft lip, Down syndrome, and Klinefelter syndrome. In order to have this process work, first the artificial womb has to be created, and this contraption will have to have many functions. Some of the functions it'll have to have is the ability to clean out carbon dioxide and waste from the system. One of the ways to remove the waste is by possibly using dialysis, which is used to clean out waste from the blood system when the kidneys have failed. For oxidizing the blood and removing carbon dioxide, it is possible to use extracorporeal membrane oxidization. However, the problem with this is that it is dangerous to use for people who are under 32 weeks old. However, there has been the possibility of using liquid ventilation as an alternative method of oxidation, or at least providing an intermediate stage between the womb and breathing in open air. For building the actual uterus part of the contraption will be separated into two sections. And the sections will be separated by a lining to simulate the mother's endometrium wall. The lining can be created by using replicated tissue of the mother's endometrium, just by replicating the cells. It has been proven to work. However, the scientists have to terminate the child after a certain period of time in order to not break the in vitro legislation in the United States. For the amniotic liquid part of the contraption, it is possible to use lactated Ringer's solution as a substitute for the amniotic fluid. For the outer part of the contraption, it'll have to be filled with nutrients such as carbohydrates, lipids, and proteins in order to suffice the fetus's nutritional needs. Without the fetus having the proper nutrition, it will encounter a phase where it will actually send a hormone increasing the size of the placenta, which increases the likelihood of the child later on experiencing heart disease. Many women do not properly nutritize themselves, therefore the child does not have the proper nutrition, resulting in a larger placenta. For testing this theory, an in vitro process will be used to combine a mouse's sperm cell with a female mouse's egg cell, thus creating a mouse zygote, which shall be inserted into the artificial womb, which shall then, after a period of time, it shall be monitored, and after the development process has been completed, the lining shall be punctured, thus allowing the child to be removed. For the contraption will have to be heated according to the specifications of the species that is being tested upon. In conclusion, I hope that this process will be used to provide all human offspring with the chance to live their lives to the fullest without being held down by birth defects. Thank you for listening.